Johnny, you realize the lion's dead. The killer's... The lion's dead. The killer's...
Yo, what's going on, man? Yo, what's going on, everybody? How you guys feeling tonight? Kind of just vibing, man. Thank you guys for hopping on in tonight. I got the Northfield comments displaying on screen, so you guys let me know. I'm down to chop it up about anything tonight. Hey, what's good, brother? I see your post about your son playing football, bro. That's amazing. It's definitely cool to see him playing football, man. That's pretty dope. Everybody joining from the Northfield channel, man. What's going on? How you guys doing today? Kind of just chopping it up tonight, man. Catching the vibe. Seeing what's going on with the fellas, man. Checking in on y'all week. It's Wednesday. It's been a good week. I got the comments up, man. So you guys comment. We just have a good conversation tonight. Planning on being on here for a little bit. So you guys let me know what you guys want to talk about. Even if it's just checking in about your week, man, it's definitely a good conversation to have. I appreciate everybody joining in from the Northfield channel as well. Every comment you guys have, I can see it on my screen. So I'm just here to talk a little bit, hang out for a bit. Man, I've been beyond blessed. It's been real good for me. I really can't complain, man. Everything's aligning exactly how it should be for me. So Big Mike, man, what's up, man? Really enjoying your TikTok journey, bro. It's been pretty cool to see you and the wife just collaborating. Everybody joining in from the Northfield side, I appreciate you guys hopping on in. Again, tonight, man, we're just chopping it up a bit. You know, you guys got a topic you guys want to touch on. Any questions you got, anything you guys want to ask me, anything you want to conversate about, you know, talk to me about the highlights of your week, whatever the case may be. I'm here to just chop it up for a bit. Lewis, man, what's going on, brother? How you feeling tonight? How's Puerto Rico, dude? Mike, what's going on, brother? Man, again, I'm just chopping it up tonight, man. I just want to know how everybody's week was. Kind of checking in on my fellas tonight. Man, I'm happy you're feeling good, bro. I hope you really enjoyed your vacation too, brother. I hope that was everything you wanted out of that trip. Home with your people, nah, for sure. I definitely understand that. Shit, the closest thing you can get to Puerto Rico here, shit, that's damn near Humble Park. Nah, brother, man, everything's been good this week. I feel like I had a real good week this week, so everything's kind of rolling as it should be. These last few weeks been mad positive, so I ain't really got much to complain about, you know. So that's why I just want to come in here, check on my guys, making sure y'all have a good week, making sure y'all know you're not alone and shit. Thanks, bro. What's going on? Ricky, my favorite cameraman, brother. How you doing today? Mr. 4K himself, live and present. Mike, we can touch on whatever you want to, brother. Whatever you want to talk about tonight, I'm here to talk about. I just want to let all the guys know I'm here with them tonight. That's all. Shit, if anyone's a father, man, I know kids started school this week. Today was my son's first day, so I definitely understand what that's like, experiencing that shit today. I got to drop him off, so it was definitely something on my mental. But he says he really enjoyed himself, so I really enjoyed myself then. Nah, Lewis, I appreciate you, bro. Community definitely got my back here, so I definitely appreciate you. To everyone just joining in, man, tonight's just a pop up episode. Tonight's just a let's talk about whatever you want to talk about, man. Kendrick, bro, if you want to come on and talk, we can definitely chop it up. I can send you the link. Tonight, I just want to have good conversation, you know. Man, brother, that's amazing to hear. To have a son in college and then a daughter on the way into high school too, man. That's exciting. My son started kindergarten today, so that was an emotional roller coaster for me. Ralph, brother, how you doing, man? How's everything going, man? I feel like I haven't spoken to you since high school, brother. EMF always representing wherever they at. Elgin, I see you, brother. I can see that link, Kendrick. If you want to come on and chop it up for a bit, I'm definitely down. Kendrick, man, check your mailbox. I send it to you right now. Again, this is a place we can talk about flag, or we can talk about anything you guys want to talk about. Your flag, your mental health, how your week was. You know, you got something exciting with the kids and shit. I'm reading Mike's comment here, so give me a second. Nah, Mike, man, I definitely agree with you. We forget how that's supposed to be our getaway. That's supposed to be our safe space away from home, and we kind of let it get out of hand sometimes. But again, when things that were super competitive that day, things are definitely tense, and that's a team that sees each other very often. So it has two teams that see each other often, and it's kind of like a 50-50 chance whenever they go at each other. So it has its pros and cons, but not to get too in depth with it, because what happened can't be taken back clearly. And for the people who don't know what happened, it's just something you gotta find out on your own accord. But again, we are trapped in the circle. We kind of bring our personal lives with us, our personal frustrations out there with us, and it happens sometimes, man. Things tend to implode. I'm guilty of it myself, so I've been a part of the same scuffles. I've been a part of the same things, so I can't speak on it as from a different perspective, because opposed to where I'm in a co-commissioner position now, it's kind of like, it happens, but we got to understand that those are our venues and those are our getaways. So everything like that has a cause and effect. So it's just making sure that next time we're better is all, because at the end of the day, that's all we could do is try to be better next time around. Shit like that happens, emotions flare. And again, like I said, two of the best teams arguably in flag nationally, going head to head on a consistent basis, and then they have common league play together. So again, when you get two groups like that, they come together and they kind of just go head to head, and they got ballers on both sides who are highly competitive and got real high mortars, and they play through the whistle. Shit like that will happen, but as adults, we got to kind of contain ourselves as well. Understand when things are getting out of hand, and understand when kind of it's time to withdraw from situations again. And like I said, I'm equally as guilty. So I had a scuffle a few years ago, so I can't really talk too much on it from a different perspective. But I think at the time, X was probably one of the board members who handled my investigation. So, trying to look back at his perspective now, it's like, I get what he was saying. So, but yeah, I mean, not to touch on it, but definitely kind of in a loop, kind of definitely in a space where we could get better, in a space where we could treat each other a little bit better as well. So, man, Jordan, I appreciate you, bro. I be sharing your streams every time. Jay with the Steel on Twitch. Follow my boy. He's I believe he's playing ranked Warzone right now. We was talking about that on Sunday. So you catch bro's stream. I definitely look out for bro's stream. He's the shit. I got Ken in here now. He came in with no shirt too. I'm about to add him to the show.
Fixing my audio. Oh, there it is. Hold on.
Ken, you got your mic off.
Yeah, I said. Can you hear me?
You probably got to switch your audio source. Yeah, man, if you guys are able to catch Jordan's stream, he says he'll be live on tomorrow. So if you're able to catch that and kind of chop it up with him.
Yo.
Let's see.
Can you hear me?
I'm trying to see if it's something on my end, Ken.
Are you able to hear me yet?
Y'all hear him, but I can't hear him on my end. Let me see. I'll do something.
You heard? Dude got me blocked, y'all. That's crazy. He got me blocked.
Yo.
Oh,
Yeah, I can hear you now. My fault.
okay, buddy had me blocked, y'all. He had to unblock me real quick.
I turned my the football group chats are going crazy right now, so I turned my Google volume off, not even realizing it. I appreciate you coming on, bro, with the no shirt too. I see what you're
Man,
doing.
I had to join the gang. You know what I'm saying? We let out, as fathers, we let the taco meat out when we get home from work, man. It's something about that's relieving about that, man.
Man, the shirts come off as soon as I walk into the crib. If I can do it at work, man, I'll do that shit there too.
Oh, bro.
But man, it's great. It's great to have you on again. This is an unplanned. It's an unplanned guest, so I definitely appreciate him coming on here tonight, so we can just chop it up for a bit. You feel me?
I appreciate you letting me join, man. I see it, man. I'm all about the vibes, man. Don't let the Sundays fool people. That's just a day we all get our, adrenaline and stuff out. But throughout the week, I'm all about just vibes, peace, and I don't know, speaking your mind. I see what you're doing, man. It's good for the world, man. It's crazy because like I'm in a building. I teach at a high school. I teach in a school, and it's like that's like a huge thing right now. In this generation, I know some people like it, some people don't. They love it, but mental health, everybody talking about what's on their mind. Like that's what they're pushing like every day in the classroom. You feel me? So, shoot, I'm old, man. I don't know how old you is. I'm 32, so I just remember like that didn't exist.
No, I'm 27, so we're definitely not too far.
Yeah, feelings didn't matter, man.
Man, in some cases they still don't, which is the crazy part.
Exactly.
I had seen something this morning on Facebook about our generation of fathers being 3 times more involved in children's lives, and then I kind of thought back, like, yo, my boy's over there. He's a head coach. He's doing his thing, touching the youth. That's pretty cool that you take out your time and you invest in the next generation. So,
Dude, I tell my kids I'm pretty transparent, bro. Like I just not I'm not a I think that's what makes I don't know me. Like I'm not afraid to tell you where I come from, how I'm raised, and like should I do it because I know what I didn't have. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't have a lot of male role models and like people. So I devote my time just because I like think of my younger self. Like I envy people who had fathers growing up, people who had role models, maybe coaches in their life. I didn't have that, so I kind of every day I go to work, I just think of that and I give my all, man. You see, like my social media is not even like my page anymore, bro. It's just like somebody else's kids, and I'm showing their accomplishments to my friends. You feel me? Like,
and that's pretty cool because like as you begin traveling in your flag career, you're kind of getting to that stage where you're gonna get national recognition. You can bring that platform everywhere, especially with your accolades and everything like that. So definitely a WU, and then definitely for you to bring the people you've met in your flag journey into your regular football journey as well. That's pretty cool too. Tell me about that.
Man, I've been playing for it's been what 5-6 years now. And in that 5 or 6 years, bro, I've been on a decent amount of teams and I've been around a lot of people. And like I realized it's some good people out in the flag world. Like I build friendships, like real life friendships, and I start to get to know people, and that's what makes it fun. People, it's people I don't talk trash with or against, and once you get to know them, you see like they have the same, like that same goal as you, like that same push or drive or motive or love for coaching or whatever it is. Like I got to I got Danny Hooper on board, and he's like freaking amazing. Like the kids love him. I coach freshman football. If you don't know that, so I got Danny on board. He coaches O-line, and Danny is super transparent. It's his first time ever coaching. He has been super willing to learn, and the kids like embrace him. You know what I'm saying? And that's love. Like I found somebody that want to do it. I got other people like Trail comes in and helps out. Noah comes and helps out. Like they come and help out. Brandon Ruffin, like he came and helped out our varsity. Like just a lot of people that's devoting their time. They love the game and they like seeing that progression with young athletes. So and it's been nice. Like I was laughing because when we was at the Memorial tournament, and it was like I bet our whole staff was on the team, like literally. So the kids talk a lot of trash because they say 37U, and say 37U flag football. What they say, and I was telling you, I said, how about I get our 6 that's on the staff right now, and you get 6, and let's run it. So it's cool.
Hey, not a lot of coaches can go out there and confidently say like, "Yo, I'll route you up."
Bro, I swear to you, look, I'll get the dipping on you real quick, boy. You don't know. Good playing, man.
So it's a different game out there, man. Yeah. That shit is pretty cool, bro. Because like I talked to Danny before, he got on the staff and stuff like that. So I was able to chop him up about that. He was super excited. And then I seen that you guys, when you got the turnover chains as well, that's going to be dope for the program too. Give the kids kind of an incentive.
Dude, they love that crap, dude. Like we gave away. So like our weekly goal is every Friday I'll give a Raider of the week. And they get to wear the chain. I take a picture and I collect the pictures. I do weekly emails to the parents. I'm I communicate. Like anybody that's been on a flag team, like I'm the same way in a flag chat that I am with my team. Like I communicate like crazy. I talk. Like I just want them. Like I tell the family, like you're part of the team now. So like I send like weekly emails with the picture. Like my first Raider of the week was one of our linemen, man. Like freaking young dude that kind of got it. He just like got it together finally. He missed a lot of summer camp, and he like hasn't missed a day since school started, and he's like been killing it. So we had our first one, and that was dope with Danny. It was Danny's idea. He grabbed one with the quickness, and the kids are like, they seen the first one get it. So now all week they're just like they're battling. Like it's just it's high school kids, man. They want things like that, So they want to shine in that light. So now you gave them something, and then it's going to be a big play change. So during our games, I told them I'm not a boring coach. I'm not promoting my kid to have like no sportsmanship. But I said, when you come to the sidelines, we getting turned. Like we are geeking, we're cheering, and we're gonna put the chain on, face the crowd, and let your parents see it. Like that's my style, because like it's that's the energy that we're gonna bring. So I'm mad excited. Like our first game is we got a scrimmage against the sophomores on Friday, and then next week we play Homewood Flossmoor, which is our rivals.
That's dope.
That's our twins. Like they're basically us. Dominant Black school, nice facilities, good program. Like we played them last year and we won, so they try to get back. So like our kids have been talking about it like all freaking summer, So I'm pretty excited for that. So I try to give them something to. Hey, you want to, I want to win, but now you got something to work for. You get that big play chain during a game like that. Oh, they're gonna remember it forever.
Nah, they definitely gonna love that, man. And man, when you're able to have such an input on those kids' lives, because again, man, you're spending all day with them, basically. What are some of the messages you're trying to instill in that youth?
It's the first thing I always tell them is like, I always like my strength. Like I've been in that building. This is my 3rd year. Like my strength is like I relate. Like I can relate. I'm a young black. I'm black. I grew up in all these kids either come from. Not all right, but most of them, they come from single parent homes. They are not even living with their parents. They're living with grandma. Like some of them might come from the city. Like I went to 3 different high schools. I was raised just by my mom. Like I met my dad. I didn't meet my dad until I was like almost out of middle school. Like this is my first time ever meeting. You know what I'm saying? So I grew up without a father, and like a lot of these kids come from different backgrounds, and I try to relate and understand. So I got that type of patience with them. So because of that, I build like this relationship with them. Like I'm not like that father figure. Like I'm old, but I'm also young enough to where to them, like I'm like they see me as like that big brother. Like a lot of them reach out to me, man. Like they'll text me like, they might need something. Like if it's food, cleats, like y'all see me posted cleats, like that's the type of relationship I build. And I try to get them to understand that, like, they think teachers are perfect. Like they think we all like grew up in this like perfect world, no issues. Like, nah, man, like usually that's how teachers are made. They come from like that same struggle you did, so they see that and they're more willing to connect. And that there's like a statistic that show if you connect with one person in the building, like in school, like your graduation rate it automatically increases, right? If you have one person to go to in the building, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you're having like a crappy day, you not feeling motivated, we all might look back and think of like you had that one person that you went to. You feel me? And the people who might say like they didn't, they probably had a really rough time in high school.
Yeah,
Me
for
didn't have,
sure.
you know what I'm
Definitely.
saying? So like that's all I want to do is give them an outlet. I want to be an ear. Like don't be afraid to like just let me know what's going on. Um, I swear I have like very minimum issues. It's like that respect that I've built with them. So like if you see me, I'm in the hall. It's 3,500 kids in that building, bro. Like it's one of the biggest schools in Illinois. So I'm in the hallways and it's like it's. I get to speak to every class every year. Like last Friday and Monday, I spoke to freshman, sophomore, junior, senior class and give me like 5 minutes to talk to every last class. And I always tell them like, only thing I always tell them I will always be at door one, which is where they come in at, and I will always be there to greet you. And the reason I do that because I want you guys to like talk to me. Don't just walk by me. I'm gonna talk to you. I would never just walk by you. What's up? How you doing? I don't care if it's a quick head nod, handshake, fist bump, uh, like whatever. Talk to me, and it's crazy that like it works. You know, like all these kids, and I kid you not, I forget because I'm always trying to remember every student name that I interacted with, so I forget all the things I probably should. Like I'll leave my dang door open when I leave the house or something, you know, because I'm brain power is now like I'm trying to remember 3,000 names. So
I'm trying to lock in before you go.
you know what I'm saying? Like, but doing that is building that relationship, and they feel more welcome. And now the kids want to be here. Like that's all. Like high school was rough. It's hard. Like you're there for if you're a student athlete, bro, you're there for 10 hours. You feel me? Like you're literally at school from like we start at 7:30. Some of these kids don't leave until 5:30, 6 o'clock. You know what I'm
You're
saying?
probably drained by that time,
You
you
know,
know?
like we we'll have full time jobs and not work that long sometimes. You know, so imagine a high schooler trying to do that. So it's a matter of just understanding.
It's cool to hear it from your level because, again, you're in a position that directly impacts lives and things like that. And it's cool because that's the same message I'm trying to instill here as well, right? So, like, for me in this podcast, it was like, I wanted to come on here and give the men a safe space, you know, make sure that the men always have a resource that they can come to and that someone they can resonate with as well, you know. And my age, my demographic, the neighborhood I grew up in, and the people I'm used to interacting with, kind of makes me that guy. You know, I'm someone who can confidently interact with different people from different areas, and you know, and that's why I kind of like I wouldn't say took it upon myself, but this is something that I felt strongly about for a long time. You know, so it's like seeing what you're doing with those kids and you're teaching them young, you know, that it's okay to have a safe person. It's okay to have a person to go to. It's okay to speak and it's okay to talk when things are not okay. You know, because I was in that same situation. Like I remember my first time ever playing football was when Humboldt Park had a football team. It was very for a short period of time. It was a free league as well, and I remember everything that we had was donated from cleats, pants, shoulder pads, you know, so everything was kind of used. So seeing you go on there, take donations and you know, to get these kids in the right gear and make sure that they always have a resource and always have someone to talk to again, because most coaches don't go out of their way to that extent, you know, to make sure that those kids feel at home when they're not at home, to make sure that those kids are fed and to make sure that those kids are clothed and to make sure that those kids aren't ashamed to reach out to you directly. So, man, kudos to you and what you're doing with that program. Again, because you still are a very young man. You know, you still have a long way to grow yourself. So, for you to kind of step up and be that father figure, be that role model, or in that case, be a big brother to these kids, it's kind of huge. You know.
Yeah, yeah, I appreciate it, man. That's just my goal. I just I always tell them like, man, I got kids. Cause you remember like I feel like growing up, bro, like it was like not to say frowned upon, but you would feel like you was a coward or weak for being vulnerable, like wanting to like talk about your feelings or wanting to like you know what I'm saying? Like that stuff growing up was people didn't really let you do that without like hey stop crying you a man you know like you need to be tougher than that like stuff like that and I get there's a time and place for that but I always try to tell them like I want to let them know like these kids are going through pain you feel me
Yeah.
some of them are going through pain you don't even know so I just want to be let them know it's okay and I'm just giving them the outlet bro just giving them the outlet and I think man, when I came into the school year in the summer, I had 19 kids, bro, on the team. As of today, I have 44 kids like on a freshman football team right now.
That's huge, actually. Shit.
And
I
it's
think that
not
was
just like I'm not even and I will say about 15 of them, 14 to 15 of them never played before. You know,
and that's introduced them to the game too.
exactly. So it's like a 2-for-1. Like I'm like, hey, you get the green light to put on equipment and go hit someone, man. Like once you're in between the lines, there's almost no limits. Like come out here, you create bonds. Some of these kids have a hard time like building. Like parents will tell me, like I want my kid to join the team because he has a hard time making friends or something like. So I'm like giving them basically a brotherhood where they could come and now you got all these people and you're gonna make friends. Your position group. I see these kids sitting at the lunch tables now. Like kids who probably never talk to each other. They're all hanging out. Like you
Just
become a
chopping it
family.
up.
Exactly. So I'm creating a safe space. And my thing is like how I am with on the sidelines. Like I joke with them, like we're joking, like, and I always tell them there's a time and place. But like when we got downtime and we're having fun, might be roasting. They'll roast me, and I got this kid, and I roast them back. And it's just like it's just one of that relationship. So like we're having fun at practice while getting better, you know. And also they know I'm competitive. Y'all, I think a lot of people have seen me really upset when I'm losing during flag. I'm the same thing. I tell them I want to win. I ain't out here just to have like I want to have fun, but I need some W's with this. So it's all going to come together. So I'm trying to create like that team atmosphere, that bond, and like they can look back years from now and be like, man, I remember like when I was a freshman on the football team at Boulderburg with Coach Corn, and like you know, just like that's what I'm trying to create. And they will forever have a bond. So yeah, it's
Man,
good. So I
man,
say is this, you know, for them is this. It's not a
for
podcast.
sure.
That's a place where they can go and they talk and they vent. They do whatever. Like I don't know. Once they get in their locker room, they talking and sitting down, putting equipment on. Like they got a place where they're like, I'm at peace. So hopefully they get that same feeling, man. But
No, definitely, man. Hopefully, we can get like some of the male viewers on here feeling that same way as well. You know, because if we can get a few people to speak up and share, you know, their stories and share some of their trials and tribulations, man, you know, it's a stepping stone. You know, it's one brick at a time. You know, you got to set a strong foundation to build anything correctly. So that's what I'm trying to do here, man. And when I get people like you who come on here and you kind of just pour out what you're doing, especially when you do something for the youth and some of that's not yourself, it's huge, man. So I appreciate you sharing everything that you did, and definitely I hope that what you do motivates others as well, because we got people not only in the flag community but people surrounding us in different areas doing different things. And one thing I learned about flag is that once you have that many different people in one area, you can literally touch anything. It's networking within itself, so that's definitely huge as well, getting people to understand like, hey, some of these relationships you're building is definitely going to be huge for the future. You make some good friends out there.
for
So that's
sure.
kind of the same thing I'm trying to instill here, like we got people who tend to watch this all the way through, and for that I appreciate them, because shit, I feel like at times I didn't have people to talk to, and I had no one to go to when I was down and out. It's kind of like bury that feeling, bury everything that you're dealing with, and kind of just take it as a man, And that's like I always touch on the stigmas of this all, because like if we could beat these stigmas one day at a time, man, we can work wonders. To be honest with you.
100%. And I've been in that same boat. Just you are just taking it's like you're taking on the world and you're trying to keep pushing, and not really talk about it, not express it. So now it's all building up. You feel me? And I tell these kids like this is like I'll tell y'all like coaching is is they help me more than I'm helping them. Like I don't care what no one say. Like if it wasn't like the group of kids that I get around, like that's they push me through. Like I tell people like the story. Like I lost my younger brother. He was just graduated high school, just finished his first year of college. I lost him, and that changed my life. Like it hit me hard, and it was really hard trying to recover. That's what got me in the flag. Like he played football at Dubuque, transferred to Carthage, and I was like, man, he didn't even get a chance to showcase himself. So I got in the flag, and then, everything happens for a reason, and I was still trying to find like that outlet, like find like a purpose, and it was like that calling. Like I feel like he was talking to me, and I coached, and then one thing led to another, and like here I am. Like I'm still playing flag. I don't even play flag for my own personal reason. It's just like I keep playing because every time I go out there in my orange, it's for my bro. Every time I show up to coach, I see him and a lot of these kids, so it pushes me. So I tell them about my brother, and I tell them like, shoot, y'all remind me of him. And if that's what makes me excited to go, because when you lose people like that, you try to figure out a way to hold on to them, right? And everybody gets chains with their pictures or a tattoo, and sometimes it's just nice to just be around people that remind you of like someone you lost. And that's so I like they push me, they give me a purpose. Like that's just like my driving point. I'll be 100% honest. And when they hear that, like that's that vulnerability I'm talking about. Like they hear someone talk about their trauma, then I start to learn from them. Now I get kids that come to and they once I tell them that they come to the side and they tell me about, yeah, I lost my cousin. He was like my best friend, or like I lost this person, and it's crazy like how that opens up a door. And I feel like you're saying, like now you're surrounded with men that are willing to tell them about their trauma, just tell them about their past and all this, and now kids are more willing to talk about it, and they feel better. Because when you don't, you see I mean, you probably seen the negative that comes from that. People act out, they go to violence, or some of them might go down the route of like suicide. Man. Like this stuff is health. Like it's not just it's not just for shits and giggles. This is like to save somebody. You feel me? You never know. That one
No, for
conversation
sure.
door.
And for you to come on here and be so open about your brother, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate you being as vulnerable you were, especially with when we have so many people watching as well. So for you to come on here and speak about your brother and continue his legacy and continue building for him is amazing. Because you stepped up and you're using his situation, his motivation within yourself, and for most men that's extremely difficult, because losing a brother or losing a loved one in that matter, you can turn that into negativity real quick,
Yeah.
because I can tell you too, like that's something I can directly relate to, when I was 10 years old, I lost my sister to cancer, and she was extremely young at the time, and I just, looking back, I remember the day, the day it was a beautiful day, man. It was just, I remember being out all night, 7, 8 o'clock, street lights off, time to go home. It's like, and then I get home and I can see the look on my mom's face, and my mom is just like, and they get hurt, she kind of just threw it at me like, your sister died, and I'm like, how does a 10-year-old take that, how does a 10-year-old even grasp with that? And then over time it was kind of like, get over it, this is, don't cry about it, because I remember the tears and I remember breaking down and I remember trying to leave the house and try to run away from the shit, but it's the truth is, like, no matter how far you try to get from that situation, is that shit follows you,
Everywhere.
so as you did football, what I did is I named my daughter after my sister, so my daughter is my sister's namesake now. So every time I look at my daughter, I named her Vanessa Rose after my sister, because it's like I chose the middle name because, like, I wanted that seed to be planted, I wanted that beautiful rose to blossom, and I'm hoping that over the generations, that's something that I could keep going as well,
Yeah.
I can keep my sister's name alive in turn, like maybe it's me, maybe it's a cousin next, maybe it's, so on and so forth. And whenever we see this next generation of kids and we see this next generation of those children going into adults, that name's alive. So for you to come on and share about your brother, bro, I'm extremely sorry for your loss.
Likewise,
But
brother.
no, I definitely appreciate you, man.
It's
That's
it's it's crazy that you say that, and I could relate. I named my son after my brother. He is Cortland Anthony Cornelius II. I kid you not. I always wanted a junior after myself when I had a son. And it was a blessing when I found out I had a son, but he was born after my brother passed, and it was like once I found out it was a boy, I opened that little card. It was like that, like I said, that calling, and it was immediate. Where I was like, "This is Cortland Anthony Cornelius II." So I for the same reason I said that you always when you lose someone like that, you're like, I don't want anyone to forget. I don't want anyone to forget him. And just say you don't want anyone to forget her. I named my son after him, and hopefully he keeps that legacy alive. But it's just an everyday reminder of my love for him. And I have a lot of siblings. So I'm the oldest of 8, but we grew up together basically, and that was like I took care of him, he took care of me. And so you do that for a reason. So it's dope to hear that. You feel me? So it's crazy. You get to know people, and we can relate in that way. So it's
no, it
beautiful.
is, man. And it's like, yo, these small things that we're doing, because it's like, when I bought my house, the area that I bought it at is a block and a half away from where my sister's buried at.
Mhm.
So now that my children are kind of a little bit older, I've taken them there a few times with me, and when we drive past it, they're not beginning to ask about her, like whether it's a story or whether it's like, how was she or whatever the case is, when are we going to go see her again and things like that. So like, man, to hear that you had a very similar journey and a very similar story is crazy to me because it's like, it's a weird day for me too because it's like I felt like I had to be here tonight. I felt like I had to come on tonight. I felt like I needed to chop it up with somebody tonight,
Yep.
and for you to come out of the blue again because this wasn't planned, and for us to make that connection, that's just huge, man.
Yeah.
That's why I do this shit.
And I don't know how old your kids are, but I don't know. It's also crazy. The older they get, and they weren't like my daughter was probably 2 or maybe like about 2 or 3 when my brother passed. So she was probably couldn't remember, but she was around him like a little bit. My son wasn't even born yet, but it's funny now, like how he comes to me. And it's like random moments where he will say things about his uncle, about my brother, and he didn't even get to meet him. And it's I got pictures all over the wall. So for him to come up but like he knows who Cortland is and like talking about it's wild to me. It goes to show like how like there's like spirits like going around or something. But it's one of those touching moments. Like what the heck? That is crazy.
It's like there's something out there beyond you, feeding
Yeah.
them like little tidbits of information. And whether it's like it could have been a dream, it could have been anything. It's like we'll truly never know, but they'll have that little piece of joy, that little bit of their soul left inside of them. So that's definitely huge. And guys, I'm really not trying to ignore the comments on purpose. I see all you guys commenting here, and man, Gronky, bro, I'm really sorry for that. I'm really sorry for what you're going through with your son. I hope that football is your outlet, and I hope that this Sunday comes around and you're distracted for that 1 hour time. And when you do come back to light, that you got a brother to talk to. So if you're feeling down, man, you're feeling out, you can reach out to me. I'm always an option. And if you want to reach out to somebody professional, I do have a PDF on hand with free professional resources for men's mental health. Again, catered to all different demographics. I have one for Hispanic males, white males, African American males. I went out and I found all that information. So even if you're not good with PCs and things like that, Chat GTP is always an option for you to go out there and find something good. Just remember to fact check it, before you go all out with it. Man, Lewis, I'm sorry about your father, brother. Sorry you went through that as well. And you changing your number in his remembrance is amazing.
Yes, sir.
And and Kendrick, man, you see this though, like it's cool to have the people come out here and share their stories. It's cool that our conversation can kind of motivate these men to come out and come forward with their stories, because it's like every week I feel like we touch new people. Every week I feel like we're we're trending in a really good direction. And it's like I feel like I just gotta keep this momentum going. You feel me?
Almost definitely, and this it's doing wonders because the more people that share a story, the more people you connect with, and then it's like you become a small family because you can probably vent and talk with them. And again, this is what I was saying. What leads to like that down that healthy path where some people might be in really dark places, and this could pull them out of that if they see like that light where there's other people maybe going through similar things, and they see them figuring out other ways to go down a healthier path. So this is it's dope, man. Every time I see you on, I'm peeping. I even I read the comments really more than watching just because it's like, dude, he getting people to like talk, and that's fire.
And like for me, it's like I would when I'm in it, I'm in it. Like I'm engaged with whoever I'm speaking to. So what I do is like if I feel like I missed a comment, I'll go back and I'll reach out to that individual directly. Because I don't want them to feel like I ignored them or I didn't take the time out to take care of them. But whatever message my guest is trying to pass on or whatever message I'm trying to pass on that time, it's kind of hard to navigate them both. So man, and I also want to take this time out too, something I haven't really spoken on yet, but while we do have the numbers that we do in here, the podcast has officially gotten its first sponsor. So Danny and Giorgio's Pizzeria have actually sponsored us, and they'll be helping me keep the show alive. And we'll be doing a live session at the restaurant coming up real soon. So, man, Kendrick, I really want to invite you on to kind of speak. We're still in the works of kind of getting everything together and kind of getting everything finalized and kind of work out the plan on how this is going to go. But what the idea is like I want to keep a open room, an open forum, kind of no professionals, just kind of boys kicking it, at the pizzeria. So I'll grab a few pizzas while I'm there, give people something to snack on, and kind of just chop it up as men, kind of live stream the event for the guys that can't make it. I've also had multiple cameramen offer to donate their time for the cause as well. So for the people who have reached out and the people who have offered to help and kind of get this thing going, it's amazing, because like when I started this 4 weeks ago now, I didn't realize that I was going to touch over 100,000 people, So when I seen those Facebook stats and I seen like how much reach the videos have combinedly gotten to reach 100,000 different individuals, it's crazy to me. To even say that I've had that reach is like outrageous. At the end of the day, it's like I'm one of y'all, like that's something I never seen that I would get.
That's impressive. That is crazy. Sheesh.
Man, it's scary though too, because like something I talked about with my therapist was that not everybody has the same intentions that you do, So there's some people who can twist this platform into something negative, and that's why I'm kind of so selective with the people I bring on here. I want to make sure that those like even for yourself, like I make sure like for you, I know you're truly a genuine person. Every interaction I've had with you has been positive. Every interaction I've had with you has been wholesome, and and for you to come on tonight and share like you did, man, I appreciate you because you motivated a lot of people tonight in the comments to speak up. You motivated a lot of people to kind of come forward and chop it up and talk with us, and and people are using us as an outlet. So for that, thank you, brother.
Ray, I appreciate you for even letting me come on, especially last minute. I was sitting there, I don't know, everything happened for a reason, man. I was like, let me see if you let me slide on there because I be feeling what you be talking about. Sometimes I be needing to share myself. So it's like I said, it's healthy, kind of bond in that way. And again, this is one of those things like I hope that when people watching this and see y'all on Sundays, is obviously we got one objective, we're trying to beat each other butts on the field, but I'm all good. I'm always down to vibe, talk, chop it up, bro, and see how anywhere I can support people, man. That's just like that's just me. So if it's like, hey, anybody that's willing to come coach some kids, and it's not even just coaching, just come and vibe with a bunch of other guys that's vibing, man. Like the coaching staff, that's what we do. We sit after practice for 35 minutes, an hour just talking, man. So I'm just trying to find more people that want to vent, and and not just as well as help the youth or the community, just help each other like you're doing right now. So
Yeah, man, a lot of people have individual stories. A lot of people have gone through different trials and tribulations. So when I get to speak to different people from different areas and different parts of the city or the suburbs, it's kind of cool, man, because it's like growing up where I did in the time that I did taught me a lot.
yeah,
Being in Humboldt Park in the early 2000s, like that's where my family lived at. And I wasn't until high school that I finally moved to a better area. So it's like, but I still have friends there, I still have family there. So it's not like I left the area completely. So it's like, man, when you look back at those trials and you look back when you're speaking to a guest, it's like, damn, someone all the way across the city can resonate with what I had going on. Someone from this area can really resonate what I had going on, and that's like whether they're from the suburbs, whether they're from the city, the inner city, the outskirts of the city, the surrounding areas. It's like a lot of our trials are the same, and we're quick to judge each other on the areas we're from, and we don't truly get to understand and meet the people who we're talking to. So it's been real dope to talk to you tonight because, man, it did shed some light.
yep,
Um, Man, so I appreciate you coming out tonight, brother. I appreciate the time that you put forward to coming out here, man.
sir.
Um, I'm gonna leave the floor open for about one more guest, so we can say goodbye to Kendrick for the night. Man, it was awesome for you to come out here and speak to us, brother. Thank you again for your time. And if you want to leave the audience with anything, man, by all means, floor is yours.
Hey man, all I'm gonna say is just thanks for even listening. Thanks for the people commenting, relating, showing love. Again, I'm very open. I'm always willing to talk about it. If you got questions or anything, I got me on Facebook. Just hit my line. Mark doing freaking wonderful work. Tune in, man. If you're struggling, tune in. Just listen. If you don't want to talk about it, don't. But listening helps too. That's the only thing I say. Appreciate you, my boy. If you ever want to let me on here again or vent, I'm always willing.
Yeah,
Just
the invite's always open for you, man. You see me on here, by all means. And I'll actually, I have about 10 weeks of topics set up, for the future. So if I'm gonna send you that list afterwards, if you see something that resonates to you,
yes,
you're
sir.
more than welcome to come on again, brother. Thank you very much, man.
All right, man. No shirt gang, man.
No, sir, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Got you.
Man, that was an awesome guest. Like to have him come on last minute and kind of pour his heart out to the people who are listening and the audience itself. Man, that's just pretty cool. It's pretty cool that us as men can come on here and we can have those hard conversations, and we can kind of come together and discuss those hard things. So I wanted to leave the floor open again. There were some comments that I may have missed. So if anybody has something going on, anybody has something they want to highlight, anything they want to talk about for these last few minutes, I'm kind of open. I'm all yours. My ears, my heart. I ran across a few quotes as well. Like one of them was, "Asking for help is not weakness. It's one of the bravest things a man can do." And again, another one was, "You don't have to suffer in silence. Strength is speaking your truth." And those are kind of touching on stigmas and things like that. So, man, to have a guest like Ken come on here and speak the way that he did, man, it honestly gives me a lot to think about because I didn't really know those things about him. So for him to come on here and share, to someone he only sees maybe once a week, maybe twice a month, it's kind of huge for me. And man, it's kind of huge for the audience and the people watching. So it's like, man, hopefully that's a good momentum, a good building block. I feel really good about today. I'm going to scroll back up, see if there was any comments I missed. Man, to everybody who came out tonight, it was truly appreciated, man. It was truly a great night for something like this. It was truly fun to have an audience to speak to. We had consistent viewers the whole time, and some of the names in this chat didn't leave the whole time. So for you guys that stood the whole time. I greatly appreciate it. Again, I'll be posting up the sponsors logo on here very soon, so we can check it out. So Danny and Giorgio's team, I truly appreciate you guys. Great food, great vibes, and they also have a party room that is available to rent. So if you guys have anything else, man, I'm here for a few more minutes just to chop it up and talk about the day. Alex, Vicky, Lewis, man, I appreciate you guys joining up. Thank you guys for coming on here and viewing and sharing and everything like that. And to everyone following on TikTok, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the gifts and the likes you guys are dropping as well. We are also live on TikTok, so you guys can check out the Talk to Me Brother page on TikTok. We're also going to be live on Instagram very soon. We're kind of just building up different platforms and you know, kind of building up so we can touch more. We can touch a whole bunch of different areas. You know, I want to be able to make sure that this message gets spread across as far as possible. Ghostface Mike, man, how you guys doing tonight? I appreciate you dropping in on TikTok. I hope you guys have an amazing week, man. Hit every goal you possibly could have wanted. Mike, man, I appreciate all your help with this as well, man. Thank you for spreading out the message, and thank you for getting me all these resources. I definitely love it, man. I definitely love what you and your wife are doing. I definitely love that you guys are getting the kids involved and everything now. So that's real cool that they can be involved with mom and dad are doing. So that's amazing. So for everyone on TikTok, man, I appreciate you guys. I appreciate all the likes, the love you guys shared tonight, all the gifts and things like that. For everyone who came out on Facebook tonight, man, I also appreciate you guys. So it was a real cool session today. It was a real cool time to be able to speak to Ken. Came on as a last minute guest, so it was definitely cool to have something spontaneous, and it was pretty cool to have such a productive conversation as well. Mike, man, let me know when you're ready to be a guest, brother. I'd be more than happy to have you on. It'd be pretty cool for you and your wife to join up as well, kind of get a woman's perspective. That'd be a really cool collaboration. Should be also the first woman guest if she agrees. So everyone on TikTok showing love, man, I appreciate y'all. Over 2,000 likes on TikTok, currently 6 viewers, and a whole bunch of random gifts sent. So, man, I appreciate you. And again, any proceeds or anything like that do come from this, you know, as the platform continues to grow, will definitely be reinvested into the platform. You know, be reinvested into helping someone out. Man, for everyone who came out here and shared tonight, you guys were amazing. You know, for everyone who came on and felt the confidence enough to share with the people around, especially with being, you know, one of the most viewed streams currently. So it was definitely awesome for you guys to come in here and share. I appreciate the testimonies. I appreciate the strength that you have to come on here and kind of go through those emotions with us, you know. It's real awesome that you guys can come on here and speak freely and speak confidently, you know, because it's hard for us men to have that kind of space. Got a question in the chat currently. How do you handle yourself when you got someone that is nasty as fuck to you off rip, first meeting them, when you having a bad mental day yourself? Me personally, for a situation like that, I understand that people have bad days, but I also understand that it's not okay to take that out onto other people. You know, it's not okay for you to just have those negative feelings, you know, towards another person. especially when you don't understand the trials and the things they went through that day as well. So, in my opinion, again, no professional here, but in my opinion, when someone's being nasty like that, man, maybe they need somebody to talk to. Maybe they got something going on at home that's completely out of their control, and meeting you that day was the only thing they felt like they could control. So if you're having a bad mental day, maybe helping somebody get out of their bad day would be a solution for you as well. It can be that motivation that you need, or the motivation that they need, because they could be having an equally as bad day, and it's just one of them days where it was hard to control themselves. It was hard to take their emotions out of it. It was hard to take everything out of it. So I hope that answers your question fairly well. Maybe passing some kindness along to summarize it. Man, Justin, I hope that that's something that you're not encountering regularly. That's not a regular encounter for you, or that would definitely be pretty bad to encounter something like that regularly. But in your experience, Justin, man, how have you been handling that? If that's something that you're currently going through, because that's got to be tough to kind of separate it. Kind of finishing up the live here. We're wrapping up. We've been on for about an hour, some change now. I just want to make sure that everybody's questions are kind of touched on, before I head off for the day. Man, and for you to have enough courage to separate yourself from the situation before it got out of hand or became uncontrollable, that speaks value, man. It speaks value to your character as well. For you to be that bold to kind of say, hey, this isn't a situation I need to be in. This is a situation that I got to take myself out of. It's amazing that you had the strength to kind of overcome that. No, I definitely feel that. I definitely have my ups and downs as well. Some days are better. Some days I don't even want to talk to people. Some days I just don't even want to interact with people. And currently in my position at work, that's kind of hard for me. Some days I'll be quiet, some days I'll be distant, and the people around me can kind of feel that. So I definitely understand what you're going through, because it not only touches me at work, it touches me at home as well. So I can definitely understand that. I can definitely understand what you're going through, especially on those days where it just seems like low can't get any lower, and high can't get any harder. Man, and it's hard to kind of take that patience, and it's kind of hard to separate yourself enough to say like, hey, I gotta exclude myself from this. It's time for me to kind of look at it from her point of view. So again, that speaks to your courage and it speaks to your character as well. So that's huge, and I'm happy that was something that you were able to overcome. Man, to everybody tonight, I truly appreciate you guys. I truly appreciate. No, man, no problem at all. Thank you for coming at all. No matter what time you got here. To everybody that came on tonight, to everybody that showed love, man, to everybody that was able to share, to everybody that was able to kind of resonate with the stories of that me and Ken had. 1 second, don't leave. All right, I'll wait. My bad. Man, Justin, you have a good night and you have a great rest of your week, brother. I hope that this week brings you something positive, some good news, or you're able to find some light today. I think it's like Big Tub 187 or Talk to Me, brother. It's one of those two are the username. I'm not sure how it worked when everything changed over. Yeah, I'm out here looking crazy right now. I'm waiting. Yeah, tell me at least what I'm waiting for. Thank you for all the new followers as well. Thank you guys. I appreciate that. Everybody who's been following up and joining the community. If you guys have TikTok as well, I follow back and I also engage. So if you're looking for somebody to support your videos, I'll support all your videos as well. All I ask is that you share the lives and reciprocation. Did you do it? Do I have to wait? Everybody on TikTok, man, I appreciate you guys. I'm being told to wait around right now, so I'm kind of figuring out what.